Welcome back, everybody. This is Eric from Moss Pawn & Gun, and today we're going to be talking about a very cool rifle, the Czech Vz58 service rifle. Of course, this isn't an original one. This is a import model, but very cool guns. Would definitely be along the lines of those transitional type guns. Czechoslovakia was one of those really odd countries that the way they did things was just so much different than their other comm bloc cousins. Once they were, really in with the communist bloc countries, they didn't really like to accept other people's weapon designs. That's very, easily seen in the CZ52 pistol, the CZ52 rifle, which was only in service for about 7 years. Around 58, they developed the VZ58. Very interesting gun design. Has a similar sight radius to an AK. However, it is not an AK-47. I have a 74 Sega conversion right here to show you. Of course, an AK, we're all familiar with the action and the way that an AK-47 works. It doesn't have a last round bolt hold open, whereby the VZ58 does. The VZ58 is a striker-fired weapon, piston operated. It has a milled receiver, which it is very lightweight considering it does utilize a milled receiver. Very 50s Art Deco style Bakelite furniture. A very interesting note about the VZ58s is the receiver design. It allows you, basically there's just one plug right here, and you can have a fixed stock, a folding stock, what have you, and all the receiver styles are the same, and they're set up for that style of stock interchangeability. Just a very good rifle. Striker fired, very smooth trigger, has a very large and generous ejection port. The whole action is completely open once the bolt is to the rear. So that really allows plenty of room for ejection. You don't have to worry about a case getting stuck in this bad boy. Again, striker fired operation, manual bolt hold open, which is this button right here, and the bolt holds open on the last shot. The magazines are lighter than AK-47 magazines. They are made of aluminum. Now, the magazines are not interchangeable with an AK-47. This is a completely different magazine design. If you know anything about the history of Czech firearms, you know that they never did anything like their communist cousins. They always did their own thing and changed the game in their own way. The disassembly, I'll show you very quickly on this rifle, is extremely easy. By the way, we also have some nice original Czech magazine pouches, 4 mag pouches, made out of that typical pigskin, kind of like a football, basically. I'm going to disassemble the rifle quickly, just to show you how it can be taken apart. For servicing, all you have to do is pull this pin up here in front of the gas block, and the whole, once this thing is, you have to dry fire it, all right? This pin in the back, pull it out. The top cover lifts up and out with all of your return springs and guts. Bolt carrier along with the striker comes out in one assembly. You can see it's very clean. We've already shot several rounds through it. And then the gas tube assembly just pivots up and out of the way. All right, there's that. That can be cleaned easily. And it can also be cleaned while all the other guts are in the weapon. And then to remove the gas piston itself, you just pull back on it, lift up, and then you've got your piston and return spring. It is a short gas piston operated weapon. For maintenance, that's pretty much it. You can see the guts are pretty much non-existent, very lightweight. So me and Chad are gonna have a go on the gun, shoot it a little bit. This particular rifle is a Century Arms built gun, so it is a kit gun. However, I was lucky and I got a good one. This one appears to run beautifully. So we're gonna reassemble the weapon and shoot it some more, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. All right, we're gonna take a couple of shots with the VZ58 rifle, 7.62 by 39, in case I didn't mention. We got a couple of the IV brand sodas we're gonna be shooting today, new sodas. All right, so let's take some shots here, see how it fares. Look at that one. Nice. Oh, that was a grape. Oh yeah, right on it. Man, this thing shoots great. Let's grab some more mags and play some more. Got quite the little shooting range going on here. This is a lot of fun. Still got some other things to take out.
All right, well, I'm gonna take a few shots of the VZ58 here and see how she fares. Very nice shooting gun. A lot smoother than any AK in this caliber. Let's take out that watermelon. Gotta love these soft points.
All right, well, VZ58, what do we think about it? I know in the earlier bench top, we sort of gave you the spiel about the gun, the history, you've seen the gun in operation. Well, what's our opinion? The short answer is that I think it's a very well-made rifle. It is very utterly reliable. The whole day, we haven't had a single stoppage out of it due to any reason. We were running the Wolf 150 grain soft point ammunition, steel case, just typical run-of-the-mill, off-the-shelf ammo. Accuracy was quite pleasing. You know, there are going to be some adjustments to the sights are going to have to be made. From what I can tell, they do have a standard adjustable style sight like you would see on any AK. But other than that, once you find your point of aim or once the sights are properly adjusted, it is a very finely made rifle. The craftsmanship is definitely on par with what you would expect from the Czechs. Even though this is a parts gun, it seems to have been built very well, and just a great gun.
Yeah, I like this gun a lot. It does have a little bit of a hefty recoil impulse. Kind of hard to keep on target. I mean, nothing like a AK-74 by any means, but definitely a substantial jump up in caliber with the 7.62x39. The carry is a little bit heavy, so you get a lot of that coming back at you, that weight. But the backlight is one complaint that I do have for this rifle. It gets very, very hot. You know, I'm trying to grip the rifle, you know, to hang on to it like this, get a little bit of gas hand. So it gets a little warm. That is one major complaint about it. But other than that, smooth shooting gun, very nicely made.
I mean, love the trigger.
Trigger is very nice.
Yeah.
Not really a lot of slop to it. I mean, pretty crisp, you know, for just a military style trigger.
You know, the folding wire stock does give a lot to leave a lot to be desired. You know?
It does. You don't have very much of a cheek weld there, but I mean, it's a little bit uncomfortable to shoot, but pretty lightweight considering what it is. I mean, it's an all steel gun.
And I like the fact that the magazines weigh a third of what a loaded AK mag does. I mean,
They do.
They are aluminum magazines, so very lightweight. I just wish the guns were more prevalent. I really do. You used to see a lot of the Vz58 variants, whether they be Century or Checkpoint imports or what have you. There's several companies that have kind of made them and imported them over the years. This particular one's a Century, obviously, but I just wish the guns were out there more. You know, you just don't see them as much as they really deserve to be seen. It's a very high quality gun. It often gets overshadowed quite easily by the AK, but in its own light, it really is a very nice military firearm, very elegant, lightweight. People, I really appreciate you watching our video today. We really took the effort to try to put together a nice product for you, and hopefully you enjoyed it. Feel free to share this video with your buddies, subscribe, rate, comment, check us out, all that happy stuff. And people, we got way more of these videos in the pipeline, so I hope you'll tune in next time, and thanks for watching today.